The endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce hormones to regulate metabolism, growth and development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, and mood. Fun fact, endocrinology has been practiced for over 2,000 years. Chinese healers in 200 BC used sex hormones to make medicine, but endocrinology wasn't recognized as a science until the 19th century. Hormones are known as the body's chemical messengers and are a huge part of the endocrine system. They travel through the bloodstream to tissues and organs, and they control most of the body's major systems. Hormones affect reproduction, metabolism and energy balance, growth, body defenses, and general homeostasis within the body. Did you know that the term hormone was coined in 1902 and it sparked intense research on the endocrine system? The major parts of the endocrine system are the hypothalamus, pituitary, thymus, thyroid, parathyroid, adrenals, pancreas, ovaries, and testes. In the brain, the hypothalamus works to keep the body in homeostasis and acts as the connector between the endocrine and nervous systems. This affects body temperature, thirst, emotions, etc. The pituitary gland, located behind the bridge of your nose, is often called the master gland because it secretes hormones into the bloodstream and regulates functions of the other endocrine glands. Even though it's called the master gland, it is still controlled by the hypothalamus. In the upper middle part of the chest is where the thymus is. The thymus produces progenitor cells which mature into T cells, and T cells are vital because they help destroy infected or cancerous cells and help other organs in the immune system grow properly. Parathyroid glands, located in the neck, control the amount of calcium in the blood. On top of each kidney are adrenal glands. The outer part of the glands produces essential hormones like cortisol and aldosterone, while the inner part produces non-essential hormones like adrenaline. The pancreas behind the stomach has two main functions. First, its exocrine function helps its digestion, and endocrine function regulates blood sugar. The ovaries and testes are both very important when it comes to reproductive functions. In females, the ovaries are responsible for producing eggs for fertilization, and in males, testicles are responsible for producing gametes or sperm and secrete hormones like testosterone. Fun fact, alcohol has widespread effects on the endocrine system. It can reduce testosterone levels in men and increase the risk of osteoporosis and impair blood sugar levels. Endocrine glands are everywhere, so the endocrine system interacts with many other systems in the body. It interacts with the circulatory system that serves as transportation for hormones and other chemical messages. The endocrine is also very connected to the skeletal system, which protects endocrine organs, and skeletal growth is regulated by growth hormones, which come from the endocrine system. Lastly, the endocrine interacts with the muscular system by regulating calcium and phosphate levels in body fluids and promoting muscle growth. Most other living things have endocrine systems. Animals and humans both do, but plants do not. In cats and dogs, the endocrine glands are basically identical to those of humans. The only major difference that comes up when comparing the endocrine systems among organisms is pheromones. Pheromones are chemical signals that have evolved for communication between members of the same species. Although humans have distinct smells, no human pheromones have been chemically identified, even though pheromones are central in the lives of other animals. Pheromones are important for finding mates, and they're also useful for other things like identifying animals of the same kind. Because the endocrine system affects almost every part of the body, there are many diseases that can develop within it. Graves' disease, for example, is an autoimmune disorder that causes hyperthyroidism, or overactive thyroid. With this disease, the immune system attacks the thyroid and causes it to make more thyroid hormones than needed. The thyroid affects nearly every organ, and if the disease is left untreated, it can cause serious problems. A disease that affects the endocrine system is Hashimoto's disease. This can cause hypothyroidism, which is underactive thyroid. The immune system attacks the thyroid, causing the thyroid to become damaged to where it can't make enough thyroid hormones. This disease can cause many of the body's functions to slow down. Lastly, Addison's disease, or adrenal insufficiency, is a rare disease that develops when the adrenal glands above the kidney does not make enough hormones like cortisol or not enough aldosterone. This disease can be life-threatening, and treatment includes taking hormones to replace the missing ones. Diabetes is also a major effect on the endocrine system. Did you know that diabetes was once diagnosed by tasting urine? Nowadays, there are blood tests.